Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Tennessee Titans. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Mariota now from the 50. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got to match up.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Here we go.
To try again after the sack. Mariota. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Check right. Three. Delta. Here we go, D. Here I come again. 40's Mike. 40's Mike.
Third and long here for Mariota. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well. It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On second and 12, Mariota. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Mariota to sneak it.
But when it's 4th and inches, shouldn't you pick up the first down? I mean, shouldn't you go for it? I mean, if you can't get inches, right, why are you playing?
And on inches, that's your favorite play, right? Don't mess with handing it off. Just go ahead and get the surge and go right up the gut.
Exactly. Create that. Just a little bit of space should get it done. You're almost able to take the snap and just fall down and pick it up. They got it there.
Mike 56.
A first down throw for Mariota. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The second down throw here for Mariota. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
From the gun, Mariota. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Kenyon Drake. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Hey, watch the play.
Following the interception here, Mariota. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And caught by Henry. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Check 56. Think you gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
A first down carry for Henry. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. From the 36, Mariota. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
On first and 10, here's Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. He's at the 30, 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
56. Right there, 56.
Mariota now to throw on first down. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
One.
Mariota now. Finding room at the 30. He finds Corey Davis. And all the way up to the 33-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. The Titans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Complete. It's Henry. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure, and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On second down now, it's Kennedy, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Mariota on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here's Davis. Oh, Davis lost it. It's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They'll start on the ground with Madison. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. They'll get 5 on the dump-off there, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Jackson from the shotgun. Looking left side, and it's complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
They'll run with Drake. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Mariota on the delay to Henry. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. Hit them with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
Well, you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field, and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
Mariota on 3rd and 2. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He completes it to Henry. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota. He's got his man. It's Butler. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
58, boys, 58, Mike. You're trash.
Mariota again. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Out of bounds at the 22-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To the air again. Mariota over the middle, complete. That's Kennedy. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's up to 7 for 7 now on this drive alone.
51's the mic.
From the red zone now, Mariota. And not able to get it that time. He'd hit on 6 straight passes. Not there, 2nd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
56 from Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Target.
Again, it's Mariota. Oh, nearly picked. Almost intercepted, but he couldn't hang on, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Switch. Hey, Mike 51. It's our time. Ringer, guys. Fight 51.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And that is incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. And his kick is indeed good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Go, let's go. Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
I'm coming after you.
Now Drake. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Mariota now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And right side, Henry's got it. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back.
We go work.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Hey, 56, Mike, 56. Kermit. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. That's right, baby. They don't want it. One. 56.
Final play of the half here, Mariota. It's caught by Davis. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
Let's go. Do it.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Running, it's Drake. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Right back to Drake. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
First down.
Just like that.
On first down, Drake. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. A give running right, Drake. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down, Lions.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work.
Here's Madison running on first down. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Jackson. Buying time to his left. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Jackson. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Check 55 the ball. Check 55.
Jackson now. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? From the gun, Jackson. And it's caught. Give him 13 yards on the connection, but not enough. 4th down.
A gain of 13 yards, but it brings up 4th and goal.
Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson from the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. Carlson able to put this one through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
56. Mike, 56 right there.
On 2nd down and 4. Mariota. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Tennessee getting the 1st down on a big play of 18 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. That good for 22 and a 1st down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Now a 1st down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Go. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on second and 14. Mariota. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Titans on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 16. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
58 right there. Get your swarm on.
First down, Mariota. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
2nd down and goal. Mariota. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? From the gun, Mariota. And that will be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And his kick is good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit. Because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off. Because if you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points, and they need them now.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards to pick up there.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the out. Watch the out.
Now on 1st down, Drake again. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
Jackson's going to try the sneak. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And the Lions, 1st down.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Alexander Madison, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Titans on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
56
To throw, Mariota. Open man completes it to Butler. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Mariota now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Mariota now. That's complete to Butler. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll throw again. Mariota. He's got his man on the crossing route. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And caught by Henry. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. He's back to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Trey Flowers in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Mariota on 4th down. And this is caught. He hits more. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Back to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Mariota. This is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. So they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to shoot. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go. So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
So a big 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming for the Titans.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
They're going to try and run for it. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And he's not going to get there. The defense able to come up with a big stop, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for Detroit, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back to their win.